Welcome to Breakup Cheater, where every story reveals the darkest corners of love, betrayal, and human emotion. Subscribe now and step into the stories no one dares to tell. I still remember the way the door clicked shut behind me that night. A soft, almost timid sound that felt too delicate for the storm I carried in my chest. I walked in with a forced smile, my cheeks aching from pretending all evening, my hair slightly tousled from the wind. My heels clicked against the hardwood floor as I called out, "Daniel? I'm home." No answer. Just silence. The house smelled faintly of coffee and the faintest trace of his cologne, the one I used to bury my face into when we embraced. The living room lamp cast a warm golden glow, but it felt cold, almost staged. And there he was, sitting on the couch, elbows on his knees, staring at the floor. "Hey," I said, setting my purse down gently on the side table, hoping my voice sounded normal, casual. But my heart thudded in my chest like a guilty drum. He finally looked up. His eyes met mine, not angry, not tearful, just empty. "How was dinner?" His voice was flat. "Good," I lied, forcing a soft laugh. "Just the usual girls' night, you know? We tried that new Italian place near the mall." He nodded slowly, his gaze still fixed on me in that unnerving, unreadable way. "Yeah, must have been nice." I swallowed, my throat suddenly dry. My phone in my purse felt like a ticking bomb. The texts, the photos, the hours I couldn't account for. I had cheated. And he knew. I didn't know how, not yet, but I felt it in the way his eyes didn't move when I smiled. In the way his fingers didn't twitch to reach for me. "Daniel, is everything okay?" I asked, trying to keep my voice light, my feet moving closer to him as if distance would fix the chasm opening between us. He leaned back on the couch, crossing his arms, his face expressionless. "Who is he?" My heart stopped. My breath caught midair, leaving me in a choking silence. What are you talking about?" He tilted his head slightly, the corner of his mouth twitching with something between bitterness and disbelief. "Don't do that, Claire. Don't insult me with lies. Who is he?" I opened my mouth, but nothing came out. My brain scrambled for excuses, for some version of the truth that would hurt less. "I saw the messages," he continued, his voice still painfully calm. "I saw how you smiled at your phone when you thought I wasn't looking. I know you didn't go to Melissa's tonight. She sent me a picture of her with her husband, at home." My knees weakened. Melissa. My alibi had cracked without even trying. "Daniel, Save it," he interrupted, standing up slowly. "You don't need to explain how you kissed him. Or how you made time for him when I was here, making dinner, waiting for you." "It was a mistake," I whispered, the words tasting like ashes even as they left my lips. He laughed, not loud but sharp, like glass breaking quietly. "A mistake? You don't accidentally fall into someone else's bed, Claire." The silence after that was worse than shouting. Worse than anything. He didn't rage. He didn't cry. He just stopped. The next days were a strange kind of hell. Not the explosive, screaming kind of separation I had seen in movies or heard about from friends. Daniel was there. Present. Breathing the same air. But not really. He went to work. He answered when I spoke, but only with what was necessary. No warmth. No softness. Just silence. And it was killing me more than anger ever could. I wanted him to yell, to call me names, to demand explanations. But he didn't. He let the weight of what I'd done hang in the air like smoke, choking me every time I tried to sleep beside him. "Why don't you say something?" I finally asked one night, tears burning my eyes. He didn't look at me. "Because I've already said everything I needed to," he murmured, turning his back. "I'm sorry," I whispered, the words sounding pathetic even to my own ears. "I'm sure you are," he said quietly. "But you weren't sorry when you were with him." I cried then, not just because of guilt but because I realized the depth of what I had broken. Trust wasn't a vase you could glue back together. It was breath. Once gone, you couldn't just inhale it back. Weeks passed. The house was quieter than a grave. I started trying harder, cooking his favorite meals, asking about his day, leaving little notes like I used to when we first got married. Nothing worked. Then one evening, as the sun dipped low, painting the living room in orange, he sat me down. "Claire," he said, finally using my name with some weight, "I've been thinking a lot about us, about what I want my life to look like." My heart pounded. And I don't think I can do this anymore." The words sliced through me like a cold blade. "Please. No, Daniel, we can fix this. I'll cut all ties with him, I'll go to counseling, He shook his head slowly. "This isn't about him anymore. It's about what you chose when you had me at home loving you, and still decided to lie. It's about every night I sat here thinking I was enough, and you proved I wasn't." I reached for his hand, but he pulled it away gently, as if even touch was too much now. "I'm filing for separation," he said. "We'll talk about the details later. I'm not here to punish you, Claire. I'm just done." And that was it. No shouting. No slammed doors. Just a quiet end to a love that had once felt unshakable. The worst part wasn't the divorce papers that came weeks later. It wasn't even telling my family or explaining to friends why my marriage had ended. It was remembering that night, walking in with a smile, thinking I could hide what I had done, and seeing the man who loved me, who would have forgiven almost anything, sitting there in silence because his heart was already broken beyond words. His silence was my punishment. Because in that silence lived every why, every how could you, every I thought I knew you he never said. Months later, I still check my phone sometimes, half expecting his messages. I still imagine him unlocking the door at the end of the day, calling my name. But I know he's gone, not just from the house, but from the space where our future used to be. And I walk alone now, my own smile a mask I wear for the world. Because I learned the hard way. Some wounds don't bleed out loud. Some wounds live in silence. And that silence can echo forever. Thank you for watching this story unfold. If it struck a chord with you, like, share, and subscribe for more tales that linger long after the last word is spoken. Until next time, keep your heart guarded and your mind open.